enough talking amongst yourselves. Now it's time for you to listen. About 10 years ago, my husband had some health issues, and he went to hospice. And it was really cool because at intermission I met one of his nurses from way back then. And Jerry was an incredible guy. And when he went to hospice, they told him he had 3 weeks max to live. And after 3 weeks, he said, apparently I'm not going to die. Can I go to rehab? So he went to rehab at Clarkson out on the west side of town here. He did rehab for 5 days a week, and he lived 9.5 more years. While he was in that first time, Judy came, and because it was pretty touch and go, and Judy came and did a concert for him and my family. It was beautiful, and that was really special. And then last year, when she did the concert at her house, my husband had just gone back into hospice again. And this time he, as our pastor said, either way he was going home. He was either coming home or going home. And he went home. And that was about a year ago. And one of the things that he was an amazing artist. And one of the things that he did was he built about 7 ships in bottles. And this was his first one. This is the biggest one. They got smaller and smaller and smaller from this, and more detail. And it was so touching to me last year when Judy sang the song Ship in a Bottle. So let's welcome back Judy Vidal.
On the wind and the sea. I never did understand how he could do that, but
You're welcome to check it out.
there was a not-so-veiled reference to the man with the heart of a little boy sailor who just happened to be Brent. And Justin is here. If you ever come to Emmanuel Episcopal Church, you hear a wonderful service, and he plays the organ, and it's pretty magnificent. I'm his sub, and so he owed no. Anyway, so I was going to say late bloomer probably describes me pretty well. It was 25 years since I did any college theater, and I hope you realize that little reference in the program was a joke, because all I did was sit there and be in pain with a toothache for 30 minutes, and then they gave me Best Actress. I'm like, well, this acting thing's pretty easy. All I have to do is be in pain. Anyway, so, but since college theater, of course, I was busy as a mom and teaching piano and singing in quartets and directing Sweet Adelines. And the likes of performing without my back facing you was a cool idea. So I was asked to audition by Kurt Ireland and Cynthia Strong when they wrote this show, Trial at Torbray. I'm sure probably people do not remember that, but anyway, Henry does it. Anyway, it was kind of really fun. So I thought, well, the children are in college in the Navy, and I thought it'd be fun. So I was told that the director was this Eric Johnson person, and I should know him because, you know, it's Broadway and everything, and I'm going, okay, fine. So I decided to audition, and I chose Wherever He Ain't from the little-known musical Mac and Mabel. It is Mabel's Get Out of Dodge song to Mac, and I could deliver this song with a lot of conviction because I had personal experience with wanting to get away from certain men. I gotta give my life some sparkle and fizz, and think a thought that isn't wrapped up in his. The place that I consider paradise is wherever he is, wherever he is. No more to wither when he's grouchy and rough. No more to listen to him bellow and bluff. Tomorrow morning I'll be strutting my stuff wherever he is, wherever he is. Enough of being bullied and bossed. Ta-ta, I'll meet her saying and get lost. I walk behind him like a meek little lamb. I've had my fill of his not giving a damn. I'll go to Sydney or Ceylon or Siam, wherever he is, wherever he is. I'd gladly travel where the hurricanes blow. I'd fix the jungle and I'd stomp in the snow. As long as I can find a place to go wherever he is, wherever he is. It's time for little Nell to rebel. If he's in heaven, I'll go too. I walk behind him like a simmering sap, and so I'm looking for a place on the map. I'm looking for a place on the map. If he's going south, I'm going north. If he's going back, I'm going forth. Wherever he ain't. Back to Trial at Torbray, I auditioned for Mr. Eric Johnson. I was cast as the judge. So I didn't know anything about it, I hadn't seen the script or anything, but the next day I got a call from Eric, and he said, would you like to go with me and Kurt and Cynthia to pick out your bodybuilder? I said, well, I have no idea what he's talking about, and I've never been to a bodybuilding, and I didn't know they had those kind of shows here, but anyway, that night, sure enough, at Stevens High School, there were these muscles rippling and shiny, nearly naked bodies, and we selected the winner of the competition to play the role in the show, which I still didn't know what it was, but I did help pick him up. So, so briefly, Trial at Tobre was, this is a part of it anyway, okay, about a billboard featuring a scantily clad man that offended some groups, and so there was a trial, okay? I was the judge in the trial, and that bodybuilder person was the person there. So, anyway, under my judge's robe, I wore this most incredible dress, which they gave me. I've never used it, but I still have it, and for a donation to Wavy. So, do it help me? Oh, I have to. So underneath, yeah, right. Okay, sure. Well, anyway, so I wore this gown during the play. There was a dream sequence, and the bodybuilder came out of the billboard, and I saw the bodybuilder coming out, and I ripped off the robe and went and did a cool dance. Rehearsals were fun. He was 24. I was 48. So, I think you can get it. So anyway, my son Bruce was home from college and during the show, and he said, you know, Mom, you know, you're single and everything, maybe if you'd like to date that one guy, Sean, it seems awfully nice, and he's really tall, and he's musical, and he just, I mean, maybe that would be a good fit for you? And I said, you know, Bruce, just the other night at dress rehearsal, Sean walked up to me, and he's so really tall. He looked down, he says, Judy, my darling, you look absolutely fabulous. I said, thank you, Sean. He said, can I borrow the dress? Like I say, you two can borrow it for a donation to Wayne. The look on Bruce's face, I'll never forget. That's the last time he ever talked to me about liking it. Anyway, so the people that wrote it, of course, are from Rapid City, and I did talk with Kurt and Cynthia this last week. They're in Sedona, Arizona, doing very well. And I did confirm that the next song that I'm going to do, The Letter to Jason, was biographical, which she really had an adopted son, Jason, and this whole thing that I'm going to sing was her story. And I'm really delighted to be able to sing something by a Rapid City songwriter. So, just a minute. Let's get this right here. My fine young man, I hope you'll understand these words I write. I wonder how your days are, and I think of you each night. And I'd like to know your thoughts and dreams as you wish on the stars above. So I'm asking you these questions and sending them with love. Are you playing your drums when your daddy plays guitar and he sings his country songs? Are you trying to follow in his footsteps, learn just what's right and wrong? Are you walking your dog and cleaning your room, being kind to your daddy's new wife? Are you playing your drums when your daddy plays guitar tonight? When your daddy offered you his home, you were just turning 12, and I knew I had to think of you and not just of myself. So I let you go and let the choices all be up to you. For we've had a lot of good times, and your daddy's had too few. Are you playing your drums when your daddy plays guitar and he sings his country songs? Are you trying to follow his became my voice teacher, my friend, and eventually my duet partner. And he groomed me to play Dolly. I said one day, what about Dolly? He said, no, you're going to be Dolly. I'm grooming you to be Dolly. I said, Dolly what? And he said, Dolly Levi. And I went, oh, like the show. Okay, good. So anyway, I was cast as Dolly, and as they say, it was the most fun you could have with your clothes on. I think it's just the most fun period. I mean, with Eric musical directing and Christine Grottle, and Justin Speck was in the cast, and Crystal McKee, and a host of things. It was so much fun. So I put together a little Dolly medley. And by the way, spoiler alert, there is a sing-along at the end, so sing out, Louises. Okay. Louis.
Because you treated me so wrong.
actually a pre-show written and directed by Eric, musical biopic of the songs of Johnny Mercer. And it featured 3 young men, 2 young women, and me. Okay, they were all 20-something. What can I say? Anyway, the young men were Bruce, Matt, and Neil. They used to tease me that if I'd had another son, he would have been Neil. I do have another son. His name is Scott. So this is one of our duets, which I'm delighted to do with another longtime duet partner and friend, the one and only Dan Rousseau. And by the way, speaking of this stage, I want you to be sure and see everything at the Playhouse. We saw some of their wonderful talent at the pre-show, and there are going to be some great shows, and you especially want to see Jeff Kingsbury in The Drowsy Chaperone. He's right there. Yay! You will notice only one of us has a microphone in this duet. I think it will become completely obvious why.
The guy with the big mouth doesn't need one. Was it in Tahiti?
Were we on the Nile?
Long, long ago,
Sailing our soul.
I recall that I saw your smile. I remember you. You're the one who made my dream come true a few kisses ago.
I remember you. You're the one who said I love you too. I do. Didn't you know?
I remember too a distant bell and stars that fell like rain out of the blue. When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of them all, then I will tell them I remember you. I remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true a few kisses ago.
I remember you. You're the one who said I love you too. I do. Didn't you know?
I remember too a distant bell and stars that fell like rain out of the blue. When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of them all, then I shall tell them I remember you. It happened in France. And it was originally called Cum de Habitat, which was, the title in English was As Usual. Paul Anka went over there and he scooped up the rights to have that music. He took it back to the States, stayed up all night long, rewrote the lyrics, called Frank Sinatra, said, I want you to do this song. And in 1969, it became a hit song for Frank and many others. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. The what? Damn, I hate that when that happens. I think Brent said it happened to Frank one time too. And I really appreciate that, Judy. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and through it all, and not to mention, I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. The record shows I took it all and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The records show I took the blows and did it my way. I did it my Thank you. It happens, you know, and more often than not than you would like to say that things like that happen in a song, but This one I would like
But we
to
have
share.
no regrets.
We have no regrets. Did we? This particular song was a rockin' musical about love, about parenting, and about a baby. A baby? 40 years ago, our friend, as all of you, so many have loved, and since he is gone now and remembered, Eric Johnson was walking down the street of New York, and here's this person on the sidewalk handing out tickets to preview this new and upcoming Broadway musical called Baby. And in 2006, he brought this musical to the Doll of Fine Arts. And just to let you know, there was 3 principal couples, one in their 20s, who were just messing around and got pregnant. One in their 30s, who were married, and they tried messing around and nothing happened. But eventually, when they quit trying so hard, they got pregnant. And then there's Judy and I, the seniors of the group, Alan and Arlene. And we had already raised our 3 kids. And we went out and had one heck of a party, and guess what? She got pregnant. This song is one of the last songs in this show, and we remember it well, very fondly, with no regrets.
And with no regrets, I am not doing it as I did at the time, which we had a pillow underneath here.
You and I, the perfect pair. No one questioned it, who would dare? Others flamed, but they burned out. We kept rolling along. So it's hard to say what happened to us since nothing really went wrong. We know the words, but we've forgotten the song. And now I'm asking if I loved you. What does it matter that I loved you? Whatever way it was, I loved you. It wasn't enough to get us the whole way through. I never simply said I need you. I never told you when you hurt how I cried. Some people dare to risk the flak and never hold their feelings back. And what if we had love like that, you and I?
Oh, we set our lives secured, loans completed, plans secured. Others floundered, had no plan. Our direction was clear, and the fact that leaves me so astonished is never once did we veer. The road was straight and true that brought us to here. And now I'm asking if I loved you. What does it matter that I loved you? Whatever way it was, I loved you. It wasn't enough to get us the whole way through. I never asked for what I needed. Oh, let me see my favorite strength was a lie. Some people get beyond the fear and really talk and really hear. And what if we had love like that? You and I.
Some people kiss restraint goodbye, really let the dishes fly, really laugh and really cry. Now I'm asking if I loved you. It's good to ask how much I loved you. For though I always thought I loved you, our love was the stuff to get us the whole way through. I never filled your room with roses. that we bought.
Never once we really fought.
Yes, maybe still we'd not survive.
We'd at least have been alone.
We really could have been alive. You and I. And what if we had loved like that?
You're a tough act to follow. Is that what I'm saying? So, some songs rise, I think, above the show and the plots and the setting. And this next song, I believe fits that bill. I learned about this song because of Anne-Marie Thatcher, who was with us tonight, was beautiful about doing this wonderful fundraiser for the Playhouse. And I sang a song from Grey Gardens, and and I won't trouble you with that tonight. That was the revolutionary costume of today, and it had, let's say, too many words. A lot of words? Anyway, so this song that I'm going to do from Grey Gardens, I think you can write your own story or your own subtext, because this poetry is so beautiful. When lilacs return in spring, will you? When larks in the meadows sing, will you? When clouds of a summer storm dissolve and starlight shimmers through, will you? When wild geese in autumn fly, will you? As I lay here wondering why, will you? Time rushes by, memories fade, dreams never do. I will be ever true. Will you? It's the end of the show, and I remember where I put my water bottle.
When lilacs return in spring, will you? When larks in the meadow sing, will you?
these thank yous at the end. I would like to say Bill isn't with us tonight because I managed to schedule this on a night when there's city band. That wasn't too cool. Anyway, this gorgeous piano belongs to Bill Evans, and he loans it to the Journey so they can have this wonderful new chamber music group that's going to be here in a week or so. And what a beautiful thing it is to be able to play this organ, rather play this piano. And he brought in his tuner from Aberdeen, Stuart. His name is in the program too, and I liked him so well. He's coming out to do my piano tomorrow. And of course, the Jelly Lane Greenhouse to Tim Sign for the donation. Oh, that's right. Brent told me your last chance to get silent auction is 5 minutes after the program ends. Okay, so then come and check and see if you want. And by the way, these are expensive plants. I think we should have some bigger bids. And so this next song is inspired by the BBC documentary about Jamie New. It's a true story about this young man who wanted to be a drag queen, and he was 16 years old, and I'm coming back. And so anyway, in a show, Matthew, my son Matthew, that would not be the Matthew the doll that's at the community theater, but this is Matthew the doll. My Matthew the doll. He lives in London, and we always go to some West End shows, and every time, and all over the years, they've been there 14 years. So so anyway, back to the notes here. So anyway, this 16-year-old Jamie New overcomes prejudice, beats the bullies, and steps out of the darkness into the spotlight. So going to this show with Matt, everybody's talking about Jamie. It's an incredible show. And by the way, it is a movie on Amazon, I think. And we watched it the other night. It's a really wonderful movie. It's very, very close to the actual stage play, the actual musical. It looks just very much like it. So in this, on his 16th birthday, his mother gives him a present, and which is a pair of red heels. Only the show, the heels were like much more stiletto than these. And in the show, he gets out and dances in them on some little thing the size of a balance beam. It was quite amazing. And anyway, during the show, he and his mother have some issues about things, and she sits at the table after a particular contentious argument and sings this song. And during the show, as we were sitting there, Matt was on one side and this lovely lady was sitting on the other side. And I didn't even realize it, but the tears were just like flowing. And simultaneously, each of them reached over and patted me on the arm at the same time. It was a moment. And this song, and I told Matt, I said, I must do this song. It's one of the most incredible things I think I've ever seen. And because there are so many words, Dan, you see, I'm doing this at the table because I want to be sure I don't...
I needed that, Judy.
Anyway, he's my boy, and I hope you enjoy it. The cold, empty mornings, the coffee cup mornings, remember out there, but Tammy, the operations manager of the Journey Museum, is one of the most amazing people I've ever met. She has been absolutely, oh, there she's back there. Hi, Tammy. I'm talking about you. She's been so terribly wonderful. I'm going to kind of miss, because every day I've been coming down to the Journey, and the piano is in that back room back there in a little kind of cubby hole. But this action is so different from my piano that I had to practice this one, because practicing in my piano didn't help me, because then I played this one. So every day I would come down and say hello to everybody and go to my little place back there and practice the piano. They were so gracious, so that was wonderful. Also, of course, to Christina and Amber that's here tonight from Wavy. Amazing people with an amazing institution for Rapid City. There was a time in my life I could have used that, and there wasn't one. And so I'm really happy to be able to support it, and I hope everyone does. And of course, and I mentioned Lon earlier, and Lon and Milton and Shane, and all of these people have given their time so that we could do this concert for Wavy. And they are amazing people. And not to mention my buddy Justin and Dan. And certainly we would be completely forgetting everything if we didn't mention Brent, who puts up with me, and I am a handful. Okay. Finally, I want to thank you all for being here and to share my dream of doing this show. And I just want to say that people who pigeonhole you because you're old, 77 to be exact, are missing the boat. You know, I just think that just kind of sucks. It's like you're supposed to be done and everything like that. You're too old. No, I'm not too old. I continue to do this. And if you want me to sing any particular selections or a new one, send something to judyvidal@midco.net. I will consider that. Anyway, I read last week about the 96-year-old Canadian woman who set a new record for 95 to 99-year-olds in the 5K. She did it in 51 minutes. And I thought, hell, I'm only 77. 96 running a 5K. Well, as Ella said, where there's love and inspiration, I don't think you can go wrong. And as Abe Lincoln said, I will study and get ready, and perhaps my chance will come. Or, in the spirit of Dolly Levi, arrange it yourself. So, thank you for coming tonight, most of all. It's been delightful, your applause and your faces, and seeing so many people. It's like going, oh, hello. I can't do that. I have to I'll see you in a little bit. But anyway, so this last song is, I heard this song and I went, this is Wavy. This is what I think Wavy is all about.
Somebody's down to their last dime. Somebody's running out of time. Not too far from here. Somebody's got nowhere else to go. And somebody needs a little hope. Not too far from here. Now I may not know your name,
everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for coming.